Hi everyone. Here's my project synthesis on transforming Westminster with public transportation. In this brief presentation, I'm going to be considering my research problem, my background and motivation for pursuing it, my approach to conducting the survey research and analysis, highlight some response results and discussion, and give y'all some big picture takeaways. So, transportation is a lot of things. It's access to a range of private and community services. It's essential to social welfare and regional development and an input to all pillars of sustainability. Because it is intertwined with so much, when it is poor, it greatly affects what places and activities households can access. While a problem in a state of underperforming, it is an opportunity for progress and sustainability in all of the sectors it touches. I became interested in transportation issues after analyzing a package of transportation bills for their effect on Black American economic opportunity. From the analysis, I gleaned transportation is the nexus of social, economic, and environmental justice. I began to approach transportation as a means of community connectivity and an opportunity to break down access barriers. After going on an excited tangent about transportation to Bernie of Jeannie Bird Baking Co., he introduced me to Magic, who at the time was working right above his bakery. That's when I learned of Magic's Autonomous Corridor project in Carroll County and their mission to create self-driving public transportation reflective of constituents' needs. An effort to inform their investment, I surveyed Carroll County on their public transportation needs and desires using a Ninja Form survey on Magic's website. Using a combination of convenience and snowball sampling, Magic and I shared the survey with colleges and community partners to ultimately receive 186 responses. The survey consisted of demographic questions and a variety of questions and prompts to gauge respondents' relationships to public transportation currently and what their speculative use of public and autonomous transit in the future might look like. Responses were analyzed using descriptive statistics and chi-square tests to consider dependencies among variables. The resulting sample population was majority female, mostly in the range of 18 to 34 years old and middle class. In a multiple selection question, 63.9% of respondents said they do not rely on public transportation, but of those who do, they use it to access multiple services. This left column on the graph on the right denotes counts selected of the 6 service options provided in the multiple selection question. A chi-square test failed to reject the null hypothesis, which suggests that public transportation use is not associated with income levels. Further analysis using responses indicating employment status and cross-street location in Westminster would help fill this gap in understanding who and where is dependent on public transportation so they can best be accommodated in the corridor route. Although public transportation is not used by the majority, there is an expressed interest to use it if proportional to their needs. A hypothetical question of future use was posed after a series of questions asking the respondent of their investment priorities, priming them to consider themselves as a public transit user. Respondents imagine using public transit often to all the time, shown in the blue, orange, and gray of the pie chart. This would speculatively expand their access to the services displayed on the graph below the pie chart. In terms of autonomous transportation, shown on the right, the majority of respondents said that they would be comfortable using the services. However, a chi-square test suggests comfortability is associated with age, prompting age-specific educational outreach and further assessment to reduce demand uncertainties for public transportation, which is a key factor in designing cost-effective and useful transit corridors. In conclusion, although the majority of the sample population are not current public transit users, there is an expressed desire among users and non-users for investment in public transportation and a willingness to explore the application of autonomous transit and associated smart city technologies. To create a constituency receptive to this progress, educational outreach customized to groups could bolster constituent interest in utilizing public transportation, which would be a service to low-income households and those with mobility issues relying on public transit, as well as the environment and entire community. Autonomous driving is suggested in the ongoing literature to reduce air pollution, congestion, fuel consumption, and land use, and improve traffic flow. Further analysis can be done with the results of the survey already gathered to analyze other variable dependencies as suggested in the discussion, and to assess investment and service access priorities. Ultimately, this research conducted suggests an exciting future for the autonomous corridor and the connectivity of Carroll County. Thank you.